All right, so we are looking at these lines here and we're going to write out the slope and the y-intercept. You did the slope on your quiz. That was like a question you did on your quiz. What you have to do is find 2 points that are on exactly nice whole numbers. So look, I'm going to highlight a few of them for you. Do you see these here? Like, go ahead and bold some of those points. You don't have to do necessarily all of them, but just like enough so that you can see what the pattern is. And remember, for slope, you do the rise over run. So it's like how much you went up or down, and then how much you went left or right. So, and if you want to draw in the little triangle, you can as well. So what are you guys seeing for this slope? Yeah, up to, right, 1. So it would be 2 over 1 or just 2. Either way, it is a totally acceptable answer, okay? No, if you write 2 over 1, that's fine. Now, like if it's a 1, that's okay. If it's a fraction that needs simplified, like 4/8, you need to reduce that to 1/2. Okay. And then your y-intercept, I don't really have a better explanation than, hey guys, look, it's right there. Do you remember me saying that last thought, like when I taught this, like, hey guys, look, it's right there. So where's your y-intercept? -5. So 0, -5. We're just going to go through and identify the slope and the y-intercept for each of these. That's what we're going to look at. What we're looking at today. So look at this graph. Again, I'm going to bold some of the points that are on like nice specific points for us. And the goal is to find the slope. And again, you're doing the up and down and then the left to right. And you can draw in the little triangle if that helps you. So what are you seeing for that slope? Well, we didn't go up, we went down. So down 1, -1, and then 3. So -1/3. Right, so when you have a negative fraction, you can put the negative just sitting out front of the whole thing. You can put the negative with the 1, or you can put the negative with the 3. It doesn't make a difference. As long as there's a negative someplace, it doesn't matter. And then your y-intercept, again, I basically just have to point to it. Hey guys, look, it's right there. 2, and we'll say 0, 2. All right, so looking at the next one, again, bold some of these points that are on like nice perfect numbers. I was gonna say that one does not look right. Say this one. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit another one on there. It's gonna go off the grid, just those 2. Yeah, that got me. I thought that was like on 1, but it's not quite. It's like off by a little bit. So if you want to draw in your triangle, you can. Again, do the vertical part and then the horizontal part. So how much is this going down? 5, so -5. Yes. Is there like a thing where you have to put it on the left side? No, if you drew your triangle over here, same thing. It won't make a difference. So our slope is -5 over 2. That's not going to reduce, so just leave it. And then your y-intercept is, hey guys, look, it's right there. 0, 3, good. So that's stuff we've learned before. That's like, we've done that. We've done slope. Last class we did intercepts. Here's what we're doing today. Here's the new thing. We're going to write equations in slope intercept form. I don't know if you want to highlight that or box that in, put some stars next to that. Your slope intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Did you do that in math 8, or is this totally brand new? You did that. Like vaguely? Sort of? Okay. Y equals mx plus b. So m is the slope. So your slope goes right here, and b is the y-intercept. Your y-intercept goes right here. So m is slope, and b is y-intercept. Y is a variable. So the y and the x, like your answer should have an x and a y in it. If you don't have an x and a y, then you don't have an equation. X is the input, y is the output. So like your answer should have an x and a y in it. That does get people though, like what are those? Those are just the variables. That's the input and the output. Yeah, here we're gonna do that, right? Yeah, so look, it's gonna be y equals, and we're gonna do for number 1. So y equals, your slope is 2, so it'll be 2x. And then our y-intercept was -5, so -5. That's literally all it is. Y equals 2x minus 5. That's the answer. You just take those two numbers.
Take the slope and find out the
Yep. Exactly. All right, so look at number 2. This is the information we got for number 2. What would that equation be? Y equals -1. Yep, -1/3 x plus 2. That's it. What was your question?
No, that's what it is.
Oh, you did do this? All right, and then for number 3, it'll be y equals -5/2x plus 3. That is, please just, it's not that hard. Yeah, we just looked at the line, we wrote it down. Now we're gonna do some ones on the back where it's kind of jumbled up and you're gonna need to like rearrange it. You'll be okay. I'm gonna show you how to do it. All right, do you see how this is in y equals mx plus b form? Like it's already in the correct format. So look at it. What is the slope? Like which part is in the slope? Get 2/3. Perfect. And -6. I know, I made it really difficult for you there, right? Now this one, that's a little tricky actually here. What is the number that's in front of the x? Good, it is a -1. Whenever there's nothing written, it's understood to be a 1. So that's a -1 there. And then your y-intercept is 2. Now these ones are gonna be mixed up. You have to get y by itself first. You have to rearrange. Algebra is just rearranging things. I'm going to take this and move it here over here and take this and move it over here. That's all it is. We just want to get y by itself. So you would start by moving over the 2x. How would I move the 2x to subtraction? Good. You're going to subtract 2x from both sides. Now listen, you want it to be in y equals mx plus b. You want y equals, then the x part, and then like the leftover number. So when you write this, it'll be 5y equals, don't write 10 minus 2x. That's not wrong, but we want it the other way around. You want to write -2x plus 10 because you want the x to come first. It's just the correct order. And then how do you get rid of this 5? You're going to divide everything by 5. Divide everything by 5. So that'll give you y equals, now does -2/5 reduce? No, so just leave it alone. -2/5 x plus, now does 10/5 reduce? 2. Good. Oh my gosh, we did it. And if you were like, hey, I didn't quite get that, I have 3 more examples we're going to practice. All right. We got it in y equals mx plus b form. Now what's the slope? -2/5, and your y-intercept 2. So you just have to rearrange it sometimes. You'll be okay. These ones we're going to actually graph as well. Now you have to get y by itself. You want y alone. So to get y alone, you would start by doing what with this one? Subtract 4x. And again, algebra is just moving stuff. Like you're just moving something to the other side. So we've got -8y equals. Now, how should we be clever about writing that on the other side?
4x.
Good, -4x. Yeah, everything's negative in this one. -32. Just put it in the correct order. Don't go to sleep on me. This is the only thing we're doing today. You'll be fine. I promise. And then you're going to divide everything by -8. Good. And you would have a calculator to like type some of that in if you needed to. Y equals, negatives cancel. Does 4/8 reduce? 1/2.
Yes.
Good. Well, the negatives are going to cancel, so it'll be +1/2 x. And then again, good. Why 4? Yeah, good. Negatives cancel, and then 32 divided by 8 gives you 4. Good. So we got it into y equals mx plus b. What's your slope? Yeah, 1/2. Y-intercept 4. Now this one we're going to actually graph. You're gonna start with that 4, that y-intercept. So go to your y-axis to 4. It is right there. Sorry, I don't have a better explanation than, hey, look, it's right there.
Is that
You
set? Alright, I
know
have a
that song,
genuine
that's
question.
from my generation.
I have a question. Is that like written, or is that set in all of these?
What?
It's right there.
This is like that point is right there.
Yeah, I feel like you say it every.
I do repeat myself a lot because I feel like if I keep repeating the same thing, it'll get into your brain. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. You have to hear something.
Now your slope is 1/2. So using words like up, down, left, right, what are you gonna do from that starting point? Oh, close. Up 1, right 2. Good. So you're gonna go up 1, right 2. And just keep doing that until you get to the edge. Just fill the whole grid. Because then it won't be like, well, how many points do I have to plot? All of them. Just keep going. If you can count to 2, then you can do it. Did graphing that go okay?
Yeah.
We were all able to count to 2?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. All right, for this one, we want y by itself. Y is what you want alone. You want it to be y equals. So you would start by moving what?
Plus 3x.
So plus 3x, good. And again, algebra is just moving things. That's really all it is. I'm gonna take the 3x, move it over there. Please write it down. This is the only thing I'm like asking you to do here.
3x plus 20.
So this will be not 7y, but negative 7y equals 3x plus 21. 21 plus 3x isn't like wrong. It's just you want it in the other order. Okay. And then you're going to divide everybody by negative 7. So y equals this. Will this reduce?
No.
No, you're just going to leave it negative 3/7. And again, you can put the negative just out front. That's usually what I do. You can put it with the 3 or you can put it with the 7. It doesn't matter. It's just negative. And then what happens with this? It becomes negative. 21 divided by 7, 3. So negative 3.
Yes.
You would have a calculator. You'd always be able to type it in on a quiz or test. So slope is negative 3/7. Y-intercept, negative 3. And you're going to graph that. So plot your y-intercept. So go down 3 and plot that. It's going to start. Are you always going to start with the y-intercept? Yes, start with the y-intercept. So it is right there. Look, there it is. And then, good, we're going to go down 3. And then what? Right 7. Down 3, right 7. So from that point, count down 3 and right 7. Or you could go up 3 and then left 7, which I'd like for you to do. Remember, fill the whole grid. Like, go as far as you can.
So we're gonna, on this next one, I'm gonna have to subtract both there.
Hold on, let me get everybody to. Did that graphing that one go okay? Make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, last one, guys. You can do it. All right, we want y by itself. Now, y is on the other side. That's okay. We still want y alone. So what would you start by moving away from the y? You would subtract the 20. So you would have 4x minus 20 equals 5y. Or you can do a bunch of other things, and it comes down to personal preference, like what you want to move where. But the goal is to get y by itself. That's the goal.
I was trying to get them in order, so I would have to subtract 5.
Yeah, and I will flip mine around once we get y alone. What would be the last step to get y alone? Divide by 5. Divide everybody by 5. Good. I'm going to flip this around because y is now alone. It'll be y equals 4/5 x minus 4. Good. 20 divided by 5 would give you 4. So your slope is 4/5. Your y-intercept is negative 4. So you're gonna start out, go down 4, put a point, that's your y-intercept. Right there. And then using words like up, down, left, right. Good. Up 4, right 5.